Morning, Southern California, AM 1220 KHTS. This is your host, Fred Arnold, and this is the Santa Clarita Valley Business Spotlight, hosted by the Chamber of Commerce. I've got from AV Party Rental one of the principals, Rusty Parr, who grew up in the business. Welcome to the show, Rusty.
Thanks, Fred. It's great to be here.
Now, Rusty, I've known you for many years, and AV's been a centerpiece, if you will, a product created by your parents for many, many years. How long have you been out here in the Santa Clarita Valley?
We've been out here since 1973, and I've been in the business since 1981.
Yeah, and I remember you growing up in the business and being a part of the business. And so one thing I love about AV Party Rental is they can kind of adjust completely to what your needs are, whether it be something for your home or business. And so tell us about some of the, let's say, the bigger projects you've worked on, and then we'll go down to some of the more simpler projects.
Well, of course, one of the bigger projects that we've worked on over the years has been with the Chamber of Commerce on the Business Expo. We've done basically every one since 1985, and some of them were huge and some of them weren't so big, but it keeps on going, and it's a fun event. We really like doing that.
So you've done several things with that event so people know if they want to host a huge event. You've put up a big circus tent size building almost, correct?
Yeah, we've done, when that event was in its heyday, it was a huge tent. I believe we were looking at about 30,000 square feet plus outdoor displays. And of course now it's much more scaled down. We don't do the big tents, we do smaller tents. And yeah, we apply that to basically everything, whether it's a corporate event now where they're doing something huge out in our parking lot, or something smaller in their back warehouse. Or just regular residential events where the same thing. You are having a couple hundred people over and you need a big tent out in the backyard, or whether or not you're just doing something intimate in the garage or in the house or on the patio. Interesting
enough, at our 10-year anniversary of our company, we had you out and you guys measured the outside and you put up a tent that would be appropriate for our particular area. And it was interesting because we weren't sure if it was going to be cold or hot that day. So we weren't sure whether to bring in heaters or if you will, some, what are those, misters?
Yes.
And you end up bringing up both, and we end up adjusting. So you can customize it to whatever anyone's needs. I've also seen a home that you've done before where just outside the garage, you make the garage bigger by extending it and opening up the garage by a small tent.
Oh yeah, we do that a lot where we'll put, they'll empty out the garage. We can decorate the inside of it so that you don't see what's along the walls, and then add a tent based on whatever size is needed out off of the garage. We do the same thing with patios. We've done patios where we've enclosed the sides and extended out the back of the patio for another 100 square feet or another 1,000 square feet. It just depends on what the customer needs, and I think the important thing is to make sure that you're dealing with someone that can do that has capability of adjusting to either plan A or plan B or even plan C within the last days of your event. And that's where we become specialized.
And I've seen situations where we needed more X, Y, or Z, and you put them in your truck and driven them out there because the big truck's already out there. And so being able to be nimble as a company, I think, is huge.
Yeah, flexible, ready to take care of it, and that's what helps us grow. That's what we pride ourselves on. Is we've got our frontline people who are out on the job doing installations, and they're extremely professional. They've been doing it. Most of our frontline guys have been installing with us for 15, 20 years now. They're really good at it, and then we've got the support staff at the back in the warehouse, whether you call in and say, hey, we need to add this, that, or the other thing, and we're able to communicate that to the warehouse, get it on a smaller truck or whatever it takes to get it out to the site to get it finished and make sure everybody's happy.
So if it's on a personal side, let's talk about that. You got birthday parties, you've got weddings. That's something I know you pride yourself on, is setting up for weddings and being able to use the same chairs for the reception in someone's backyard or wherever they want.
Weddings are great. Weddings are fun. They're the challenge for us because weddings, the styles change from year to year and from decade to decade. And for us, it means adapting our inventory or buying new inventory, getting something new, staying fresh. And that's what we've been doing over the last couple of years where, competitors may be, tightening their belt. We're doing the same, but we've got to stay up front, and so we keep adding new things, making things fresh, and keep making weddings and just bar mitzvahs, things like that, just exciting and fun.
And that's what's important. Even if it's simple, I know for the 4th of July every year I come by and get a snow cone machine. Any from picking up a snow cone machine or 10 chairs to you coming out and doing a whole event. That's what AV Party Rental's all about.
Yeah,
So,
and exactly, and that's what we pride ourselves on, be it just 5 chairs. I think the best thing for customers to do is to come in and see us. The showroom is just great. It's full of ideas. And, whether or not you think you just need a table and chairs, you may walk out with everything else that you forgot, didn't think about, but we have it there.
Good stuff. And I want to give one more shout out to Rusty and AV Party. Every time we've needed you in a situation where it's either a donation or recently when we had a fallen soldier, you helped donate a lot of your time and energy to make that event go off, for the reception of that. You're involved in the community. You're involved in charities, and I applaud you for that. I know you and Kathy are really the frontline people right now in the company, and your parents have retired. I know they're a part of it, but they've retired, and tell them thank you because they've created a model company for our valley.
And you know what? That's what we're all about. We've been in this community for almost 40 years now, and we are just we're part of it, and we look to give back, and we look to help out, and look to make things grow.
Excellent. AV Party Rental on the old, now it's Newhall Road, right?
Newhall Avenue now.
Newhall
Yes.
Avenue, just past the railroad tracks in Old Town Newhall.
Yes.
Thank you very much. This has been a Santa Cruz Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight on AM 1220 KHTS.